All right, hello friends. I'm Russ, and we're back with another daily draft, March of the Machine. We're going to try to do better than the one last time. We drafted a blue-red deck and got absolutely ranched. So we'll see if we can improve on that. See if we can do a little bit better than 1 and 3. um, Invasion of Ikoria is a good first step in that. Lets you go grab a creature, non-human creature, out of your graveyard or library. And then on the flip side, it's an absolutely massive dinosaur that lets you do combat damage as though it were not blocked. So basically, if you flip it, you're most likely to win the game. The only other card in the pack I think that is a consideration here is the Xerox Knight. Card is really silly good. We've spoken many times about Phyrexian Censor. But I think I'm just going to take the Invasion of Ikoria here. I think the card is great, and we're gonna try to flip some battles. So we'll see how it goes. We have Invasion of Maragonda. We have Portent Tracker, Aetherblade Agent. So I like Invasion of Maragonda. It's a fight spell, and I think I'm gonna take it. And I think I'm gonna try to lean into see if I can't draft a green-red deck. And Tandem Takedown is a good card to get past when we're trying to build green-red. Premium removal spell, great for shooting battles. You know, especially Ikoria is an insanely impactful card if you can flip it. And all you have to do is have a couple of tutus lying around if you have Tandem Takedown. So I think that's a great card to pick up. I like seeing all these red cards still in the pack, because we would love to be red-green battles here with these two cards as our first picks. And I'm going to take this Tandem Takedown and be quite happy about it. Just try to fill my deck full of Thrashing Frontliners, War Historians, and the... what's the 4-drop? The Ankylosaurus guy, the dinosaur. Well, this is not exactly what I wanted to see. um, I don't think Lathiel is terribly good. I love Sculpted Perfection. Other than that, I think the other card that I'm interested in here is Blighted Burgeoning, and I think it is Blighted Burgeoning. I don't think Lathiel is very good. I am very tempted by Sculpted Perfection and maybe Wailing Invasion of New Capenna, but I have not taken a black or white card, and I think that would be kind of loose. So we're not gonna do it, but we kind of wanted to. Alright, so I'm just gonna try to do green-red here. And I think we're just gonna force it and see how it goes. Sculptor's fine, Mauler's fine, Revelation's fine, Eyes of Gataxias. Maybe I'm supposed to take Eyes of Gataxias there and maybe be blue-green. But I just want to beat down. Maybe that's wrong, but we're gonna find out. So this is very close between Chomping Kavu and War Historian, but I'm gonna lean toward the cheaper card. Plus, I just took 4. Plus, War Historian is really good at attacking invasions, and I think we're gonna have quite a few invasions. So Javelineer is great in this deck. Pretty high on the card in general. He just sort of does a lot of what you need in the red decks. You're kind of soft to flyers, and he's just big. So I'm almost always happy when I cast an Onake Javelineer. And then he can shoot battles or players, finish off the game, gives you some reach. Gonna take the Searing Barb and hope not to play it. I don't think Vengeant Earth is even close to playable. Yeah, it's just real bad. Tetsuko's obviously great. Maybe we take the Tetsuko and hedge on maybe being blue-green, transform. We have basically not seen any red this pack. Not any red to speak of anyway. So, you know, we're definitely green. We're maybe red. Kind of the dregs of the pack here. There's the Invasion of New Capenna. Maybe I could have done it. I love this deck, the black-white deck with the Invasion of New Capenna and the Sculpted Perfection. It's under the Gateway is great in that deck. Hey, we wheeled a Chomping Kavu. Ozolith is insane. We're going to snap take it and try not to look at this Cosmic Hunger that we're passing, but Ozolith is just an insane bomb. This card is very hard to beat. You just get value from it every turn. And it makes all of your backup stuff better. Murgonda better. Chomping Kavu better. So we'll be slightly higher on taking backup cards now that we have this in our deck. Invasion of Mercadia also in the pack. Maybe we'll wheel the Rugged Highlands. But we are definitely taking Ozolith. If this was pod play, it would be very aware that I was passing in a Traxa. That card is a major beating in the multicolor decks. But so Phoenix attacks battles pretty well, but I don't think I can pass this Volcanic Spite. Norn's Inquisitor is one of the best on commons. Lots of white cards in the pack. Windscarred Crag is potentially something to let us splash, but we're going to take the Volcanic Spite and be quite happy about it. Wary Thespian is great for us here. It's one of the best 2-drops when we're trying to attack battles. Helps us hit our lands. It's great with the fight spell, deals 3 damage. Gets value on the way in and on the way out. It's exactly what we want to be taking. There is a universe, however. Where this Ozolith and this Botanical Brawler become a thing. My red is not super great. Ooh. Oh, that's really tough. I do like a Botanical Brawler, but I'm going to try to be a little disciplined here and maybe regret it. This is not a great pack, not a lot going on. Take the Herd Beast. I really don't like Invasion of Urgamon. I think it's more of a constructed card, to be honest. So I think I'm going to take the Furnace Host Charger here. Yeah. I don't think Invasion of Urgamon is where you want to be, even in the Red-Green Battles deck. Scrappy Brawler is interesting. I don't think I've ever played the card. Doesn't necessarily mean the card is bad, but it looks bad. Returning your cards to your hand isn't usually where you want to be. We have a Blighted Burgeoning. I guess we can take this giant thing and maybe play it if we get a couple of Portent Trackers. Geoderm is exactly what we want. That is a relief. We do need some more 2s and 3s. But, yeah, we're going to take the Geoderm, and that's going to be great. And the Cosmic Hunger wheeled. That is wild. We'll quite happily take that. And, yeah, that's going to be great. Neither of these green cards are really what we want. I guess Seed of Hope is maybe okay in our deck, but it's just kind of... Oh, I could have had double Brawler. Oh, why do I do these things to myself? So we've got some good removal. We've got some good invasions. Now we need beefy creatures to attack and block. Ooh, Ragavan. Ragavan and Spell Spear and Kami. That is probably closer than it looks, but... Oh, Invasion Fiora in the pack as well. Holy smokes. Rager's great. A lot of good black. I'm going to take the Ragavan here. Ragavan's great. You know, if you can cast him on turn 1, it just makes your life so much easier. Spell Spear is one of my favorite cards in the format. Just an absolute house. You can get ahead and stay ahead. Works really, really well with invasions because you can play the invasion, trigger prowess, and then attack and beat it down. But I don't think we can beat the monkey here. So this pack's a little bit light for us. We're going to take the Shadow of the Source. Card is a little bit mopey, but it gets a lot better with Invasion of Ikoria in your deck. And it is a removal spell. We may not be playing this Copper Host Crusher. We have Ozolith. Would love to see some more War Historians. Yeah, Wary Thespian, that sort of thing. Good blue passing through here, but that's just not where we're at. There's a War Historian. That's great. That is where we're at. That's exactly where we're at. So we have Valduk, but we have not managed to pick up a beat stick yet or a sword, so I don't think we're on Valduk. Probably on Javelineer here. Maybe it's correct to take Heel Slasher. Heel Slasher's a little bit more aggressive. Let's do that. Another Tandem Takedown is great. How many creatures do we have? 13. And one of them is like an 8-drop. How on earth is there a pick 7 Xerox Knight? That is crazy to me. I don't know what they were thinking when they printed this card. This card is terrible. I don't understand. Like, it's a convoke spell that gives haste, but like, if you're tapping your creatures to play it, like, why do you want haste? It doesn't make any sense. So we're going to cut this Copper Crusher. We're going to take this Charger. It's going to be a better attacker. Deck's looking pretty good. Got some beefy creatures to attack battles. Wish we had a couple more low drops, but it's not the worst. We've got lots of good removal. Double Tandem Takedown, Volcanic Spite. We have the Cosmic Hunger. We do have the Ozolith as well, which is super great. I may end up playing this Arachnoid Adaptation. The third Botanical Brawler. Oh my goodness. Is that Converter Beast a consideration here? It might be. Converter Beast is a little bit slow for this deck. It kind of doesn't attack. Like, you kind of have to sink 6 mana into it. But, yeah, we're going to cut a forest and add a mountain to try to hit our Ragavan on turn 1. I think that's more important than the double G for Tandem Takedown, but that could be wrong. That's probably wrong. It's wrong, right? That's wrong? That's wrong. All right, let's try it. Let's try it. And flip battles and attack people with dinosaurs. If we can't win, we're at least going to have some fun. Of course. Of course. Right? Of course this was going to happen. Unbelievable. I just... This has been every draft for me lately. I just... Wow. That's... Wow. I just... At least we drew Ozolith, so now if we draw a creature, we'll be in good shape. Like War Historian here, and we're off to the races. I'm just going to Invasion of Ikoria for 1 and go get Ragavan. Come here, little monkey. Let's keep that on top. Yeah. And I can activate this only as a sorcery. So we're going to make Ragavan huge and hope that he doesn't have Deadly Derision here. Invasion of Eldraine to wipe out my last 2 cards. That's so rude. So I can make him a 6/5. Oh, that's... What? What is this attack? I mean, I guess... Like, now I bottom that, right? Like, I don't really need that. So I can make Ragavan a 6/5. I attack here. He has to chump block. And then he just casts a removal spell on Ragavan next turn. Yeah, I'm just going to Blighted Burgeoning a Forest and then get a free 3/3. I think that's a better use of my mana. Player. I'm just going to attack him. I'm sure he'll chump. But if he doesn't chump, then we're in business. And I could put more counters on Ragavan here, but I think I'm better off making a 3/3. Opponent's playing Swamps and is likely to have some removal. Does not appear to have removal. So what's the best he can do? He can crew with the 1/1 and then he's got 5 power, so that would kill Ragavan. So I think I'm just going to send the 5 at my opponent here. I think he'll just take it. That is a little bit awkward though, because then he can just use the flywheel to attack the Invasion of Eldraine, and I don't have a good blocker next turn. Do I really care if he flips the Invasion of Eldraine though? I kind of don't. Like, it's just a 2/2. Opponent timed out. Maybe disconnected. Would be a little bit unfortunate. Well, looks like our opponent may have disconnected. Which is too bad. Oh, he played something. Maybe he's just tilted? Oh, there's a Stormclaw Rager. That's not good for me. That card's going to get out of hand very quickly. So I think I'm going to incentivize my opponent to block Ragavan here. So he can sack this and make a 3/3. And he has 2 3/3s. Okay. Just no blocks there? Okay. I don't really understand what happened there, but yeah. I mean, I think our opponent was definitely in that game. Um, yeah, I don't I don't really have an answer for that one. That was the strange one. That was very strange one. But we'll try to get some attacks in with our green-red deck here. And so here I'm going to keep, because Wary Thespian is a phenomenal magical card. I'm on the draw. I can play the Wary Thespian, hopefully find myself a mountain, and then we're kind of off to the races. I know this is a YouTube video and it's not live, but remind me after the match to take a snip of our deck, because I want to know exactly what creatures I have access to in case I draw an invasion of Ikoria late in the game and have to make decisions about what to find. Really not sure what's going on with our opponents here. We have some very strange delays in the action. Ozolith is a huge draw, obviously. And I don't think that changes what we want to play here. Although Threshing Frontliner is better to put counters on than Wary Thespian. Wary Thespian attacks for more damage. Yeah, let's just play that. Harried Artisan is a great draw here because it's a 3 we can play on 3. And OP with no plays, so we'll take it. Swordsworn Cavalier, sure. Just gonna send the attack here and see if they have tricks. I'm totally fine trading here. If they try to play an instant, we can get them. Boonbringer Valkyrie. I am not messing around. We are just killing that dead immediately. So we're just going to size things to attack into him. If he has a trick, that's, not great, but that's fine. He's attacking here. That's so strange to me. Another angelic intervention, sure. Mountain is fine. So, this is a bit spooky. I'm just going to attack. And he has another trick. OP with all the tricks. So now we have 2 lethal creatures, and he's 3 turns from killing us. Yeah, okay. All right, so we just had to get under his combat tricks there. That was good. That was we drew what we needed. If we didn't have our shatter the angel, then we'd have been in big trouble there, I think. But Shatter the Source looks like not the best card in the universe. But the fact that it has Convoke makes it a lot more playable. There's just a lot of big, nasty things in this format, so sometimes it's nice to have something that deals with big things, even in red. It can be very hard to deal with bigger creatures in red sometimes. That was good. That was very good. Mr. Wednesday? Nice little, ooh, Ragavan on the play. Let's go. Hello. Don't say island captive weird. Don't say island captive weird. We did it. Man, that's brutal. I mean, I'm just sending this all day. Just gonna bash my opponent for a bajillion damage and get a treasure. What did I exile? Lands? Wait, I exiled Rugged Highlands and Forest? So I think I'm just running it back. Like I think I'm just absolutely putting my opponent at 4 with, a bunch of power on the battlefield. Oh, I'm wow, what an absolute beating that was. I feel a little bit guilty about that one. That was that was really something. Man, that was yikes. So that was what? Turn 3? 4? It was turn 4. Turn 2 I played the War Historian off the treasure. Turn 3 Tandem Takedown Bash. Turn 4 Tandem Takedown Bash. So my opponent before his turn 4 is facing down Ragavan, War Historian, Pyretic Prankster, and is at 4 life. That's just brutal. Sand is quite good. Counters go great on the trample creatures. There's an invasion. That's a great draw for us because we kind of want to be attacking invasions. Plus, it's a removal spell. Invasion of Segovia. Make 2 guys. So I think... I think I'm just bashing my opponent for 4 with the Geoderm this turn. And leaving the Thrashing Frontliner back to block the tokens. I think the main way we get ourselves in trouble here is if we let our opponent flip this thing. So... no attacks. I think I'm going to send the Geoderm again and see if he has, cut down or something. Interesting. See if he has a removal spell here. Nothing. Oh, Artistic Refusal. That's what it is. That's what he has. Oh, it's just Assimilate Essence? Well, that's kind of fine. Jin Cataxius is a 5/5. So I think I just attack with Thrashing Frontliner for 5 and see if he wants to trade. If he does, that's great. If he doesn't, then I get to play Invasion of Muraganda and kill Jin Gataxius for free. There's no counterspell that he can have here. Wait, this has ward. Shit! Oh no. Oh, I should read cards. I should really read cards before I play them. Could I have done it anyway? Ward just says targeted by a spell. Spell or ability. Okay. Gosh. Now I've really set myself up for failure here. This is awful. Oh, I can't believe I did that. I think I just have to let this happen. If I double block here and he has something... But if I double block here and he has something, then maybe he can't deal with the frontliner? I don't know, man. It's all crap. I really screwed the pooch with that, not realizing that Jin Gataxius had ward. There's a bunch of lines on him, Russ. You gotta pay attention to these things. I don't think my opponent thought I would block here. There's not a ton of things that he can have here that super punish me. It's like the bounce. It's like a Forest Dispersal and the pump spells from white, and he pumps the frontliner. Okay, that kind of makes sense. If he has another thing here, okay, well, that was kind of fine for me. Not the best, obviously, but... Do I land cycle here? No. Ugh. So hopefully I draw land and I can force a block with the Intercessor. Oh, that's the worst thing I could have drawn. Actually the worst. Oh, Jesus. Wow, that was such a bad sequence. Man, this whole game, oh man. This whole game just absolutely got screwed up by me not reading cards. Well, learn from my mistakes, kids. Gosh. I guess to block with like these two, I guess. Or just give me my thrashing frontliner back, because that probably doesn't matter much. So Chomping Kavu puts 2 counters on. Never mind. Oh, I screwed this up so badly. Man. Okay. Alright. Well, that's really unfortunate. So what was another line that I could have taken there? I could have invasioned, traded the thrashing frontliner for Jingataxius, and then attacked the battle with my rampaging Geoderm, which would have been much better. It would have gotten a counter. The Jingataxius would have been solved. He would not have had good blocks with his remaining 1/1s. Muraganda has, I think, 5 defense. Yeah, no, it has 6 defense. So it would have been a 4/4 attacking. Let's find a mountain. We don't really want a forest. We want a mountain. We have a forest. Yeah, so we would have hit the invasion for 5. Man. Man, oh man, oh man. So we're just going to get our Ozolith online here. Next turn we can cycle for a mountain and put counters on. Sure. And now we're cooking with gas. If opponent has Deadly Derision, that's obviously kind of scary, but you know, next turn hopefully we draw another land and we can Harried Artisan and start spreading counters around a little bit more cleanly. If they tap out for something, there might be some scenario where I can Muraganda for profit. If I don't draw land, you know, we can see if I have attacks with the 5/3. If I do, great. If I don't, you know, we just play the Hermit. Aetherblade Agent's a little bit unfortunate. So we didn't draw land. Just going to play this thing and pass. We have a boatload of removal here. OP probably takes Muraganda here. So I don't love casting spells into open mana. I don't love flipping this guy into open mana. The Aetherblade Agent is very annoying here. So I'm just going to attack. Be willing to trade one of these for the 1/1. That's just life. Nope, I can't activate at instant speed. So this is all fine. Then I'm going to plan on playing Harried Art. Well, maybe this isn't fine. Because if he has a counter spell here for the Harried Artisan, I have no creatures for tandem takedown. But he's got to have a Final Flourish here, right? Like, he's just got to. Ragavan is fine. Maybe he didn't have a Final Flourish. Maybe I'm just playing scared. Do I put counters on it even though it dashed? That was awkward. I should have just played it, I think. I was hoping to be sneaky and get a card I could play there with 3, access to basically 4 mana, but he just doesn't have a lot going on, but neither do I. Maybe I just should have gone for the tandem takedown on the Death Toucher. Man. And I just didn't know our creature. Alright, well. One of the issues with all these fight spells is that you have to have creatures in play. So that makes it tough. Aetherblade Agent is just one of those really hard cards for the red-green deck. I only have 14 creatures in the deck. I wonder if I'm supposed to be playing more. We're going to play the elephant. Just have more bodies. Yeah, so if I'd have just played Ragavan, I wonder if he had the Merciless Repurposing a turn earlier. Because if I just played Ragavan, put counters on him, then he would have been like... The turn I attacked with him, he would have been a 6-power monkey. Maybe I could have just rode the monkey to victory. But the Merciless Repurposing is a beating there anyhow. But then maybe I can play like Scob and get something back. Well, it wouldn't have been Scob. He would have drawn Scob. It's tough. Very tough. Yeah, I think I just needed to try the tandem takedown on the Aetherblade Agent there. I was just playing a little bit too scared. Alright, Blue-White Knight's on the draw. See how well I can hold the ground here. Oh, Jesus. It's just like... I can't even attack here. But it doesn't get any better because they just start tapping down your creatures. I don't know how you're supposed to play against this kind of a draw. I just don't know. What is this, Artistic Refusal? Or he's just playing on tapping down 2 creatures? Sure. I think he'd have been better tapping down 2 creatures. Probably would have killed me. Oh, God. I'm just gonna keep playing Beef and hope that it holds the line. Uh, I think at a certain point I just have to start attacking, or else he just kills me. Does he not realize it as no trick? No trick. No trick. Yes! Yes! Maybe I'm in it after all. Probably not, but maybe. I'm just gonna keep playing giant creatures and hope that it's good enough. So I have 7 mana. If I play the heal slasher, I'm just gonna attack with this. So 5/7, so it's 3. I would have to have 3 untapped creatures. So the heal slasher. Yeah, let's attack with this thing. I wonder if I'm supposed to just kill one of these marshals while he's tapped out. Probably am. Okay. That wasn't great, but it could have been worse. So if I attack with these two, he has to block. Because otherwise it's lethal. Wow, did we just maneuver our way through the Knight's Uber draw? Oh, Raph. And he's got enough mana to activate it. I might be too late for him, though. He's going to go to 4. He's tapped out. He has 4 blockers for 6 attackers. He's dead. I can't believe I just won this game. That's wild. I guess he can tap 2 attackers, but like tapping 2 attackers is the same as blocking 2 attackers, so that actually doesn't like help him. Wow. 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 Wow, 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 wow. That is that's really something. My goodness. We just played massive butts. Just butts. Just gigantic, beefy creatures. And it was enough to hang in there. Against what essentially was like the Knight's nut draw. Like the only way that could have been worse for us is if he had like in a forest dispersal or something. This is great. I think I'm just gonna flip my prankster here rather than playing Ozolith. Oh, Bladed Burgeoning is such a beating. All right, that's a great draw. So we 100% want to play Ozolith before we play Chomping Kavu. So I think we just play Ozolith and attack for 5 here. If he has a removal spell for it, at least something dies in the backswing, and then next turn we get to really go ham. That's a very good card. So he can flip his token and sacrifice that instead of the Portent Tracker. But then next turn we get to Chomping Kavu and make it gigantic. Make it a 5/5. Well, I guess now he sacrifices the Portent Tracker. Like, he didn't have to do that. He could have just sacrificed an artifact. Yeah. This just makes zombies. Zombies don't really deal with my 5/5 very well. Could really use another land. Man, if I had another land here, I could play the War Historian and leave up Volcanic Spite in case he tries to flip this thing. As it is, though, I think my best play is the Hermit. Because unless he has something here, I blank basically his whole squad. Man, this combination is so good. Blighted Burgeoning plus Portent Tracker is the sauce. This doesn't go face, right? Creature, Planeswalker, or Battle. So when he flips this, he gets 2 zombies. And then if he... Interesting. I think that's a fine trade for me. Land is great. I'm just going to try to put him on a 2-turn clock here. The zombies don't block my 5/5. And if he tries to get fancy and crew flywheel and double block, then I get to blow him out with the volcanic spite. I don't think so. I think I like all those. Yeah, Unseal the Necropolis, sure. He gets a Death Toucher and the Kavu. So there's a line here. Well, no, because if I put the counters on, the next turn I couldn't put counters on and Tandem Takedown to punch through. So I think I just play War Historian here. So Forest there would have been lethal. This puts 2 counters on. That gets me to 7. I guess I should have held the Mountain because he's playing black. And you could have Nazumi's Informant here for my Tandem Takedown. That would be tragic. He's been stuck on lands for a long time here. Hidetsugu and Kairi. I'm at 18. I think we've just got him here, right? So if I Tandem take down this, is there a way to kill him guaranteed? I don't think so. This doesn't have trample. I can't make 2 lethal attackers. If I Tandem take down this, he crews in response. He blocks this, takes 5, goes to 3. I guess I just attack, and then if he doesn't block the 7/7, then I kill him with Tandem Takedown, like if he blocks the Primordial Plasm. Oh, I should have cast it on this or something. Because now we could have a removal spell that he put with the stupid... It could be Final Flourish, and that could save him. That was a bad misplay. But we didn't get punished. Man, we're not playing terribly well today. But we are getting there. I think the deck is quite good. So we've got 5 wins. See if we can get 2 more and get the old trophy. We haven't managed to flip our Coria yet, which would be super fun to do. But yeah, I mean, there's just something to be said for just big bodies. You know, we just got big bodies all the way up the curve, and I that Blue White Knights deck is, or that Blue White Knights game is gonna be something I definitely remember. That was really something. I thought we were 100% just dead to rights. Man. Oh no. Oh, our opponent had the Ragavan. Well, I guess turnabout is fair play. And he exiled the volcanic spike. We needed to kill it. I don't believe it. Into Xerox Knight? Are you kidding me right now? Oh, what a beating. What an absolute beating. Oh my goodness gracious. That is so rough. Oh, Kenra Spell Spear so good. Spell or ability. So I guess that's a triggered ability. So I think I'm just going to Cosmic Hunger this thing. And next turn we get to start attacking, probably? I think I'm just going to see if he has Artistic Refusal here. I think I'm going to take one more turn and not attack. I don't want to attack into all that open mana. Kamigawa. I don't even know what that does. Tap something and put a stun counter on it? Sure. Now he's tapped out. So that was a pretty good turn, I think. If he has a removal spell from my 4/4, he gets to flip his invasion, but like... Okay. Well, that also flips the invasion. But also he's like tapped out and I have a bajillion power. It's a 2/3. So 9. I attack for 16 here and have 2 blockers back. I think it's better to cast the creatures, but I kind of don't want to. He can attack me for 6 in the air. What is, like, I guess killing this is out, but that's great. Like, he literally has to have a removal spell for my Javelineer here, or he just dies to the activation. And even if he does have a removal spell for it... Pew! Alright. 6 wins. Let's see if we can get the trophy. Man, I love this deck. I love War Historian so much. War Historian is such an underrated card. That card is so good. War Historian, Chomping Kavu, just beef squad. I don't even hate the elephant in this deck. Like, it's just huge. Everything's huge. Onake, Javelineer. Just gives you that last few points of reach, and again, it's just gigantic. I think the key to winning with this archetype is just playing the biggest creatures you can at every point in the curve, throwing in a couple of removal spells, and a couple of the good battles. Mercadia, Maragonda, Korea. Um, what's the Ixalan? You know, maybe you get a Doomscar Warrior or a Vorinclex or an Imperiosaur. But, yeah. Goreclaw. Just big dudes. You just want big creatures. Okay. This hand is totally fine. Opponent mulligan looks like, and I drew my Ozolith, so all is well in the world. Blue-white again. I'm going to run out the Ozolith here instead of holding up Volcanic Spite. Invasion of Kamigawa. When he taps down the artifact. Interesting. Kind of love that play from our opponent. Okay. That's not great for us. We need a creature. Really need a creature. Really need a creature. There's a creature. Protocol Knight is unfortunate. He gets to flip his thing. But I do get to battle it. What is with these lands? Interesting. Does he have another removal spell? Probably a Forest Dispersal. So I want to kill a creature here, but I'm not sure which one to kill. I also should not have put counters on. I knew this was going to happen. Could have had a 4-power Ragavan here, ready to make... Oh, jeez. That's so annoying. What are these draws? Well, looks like we're not going to get the trophy, friends. Uh, 4, 5, 6 spells and 5, 9, 10 lands. Oh, 7 spells, sorry. Very frustrating. Oh well. We gave it our best shot, friends. Well, I think the deck was a lot of fun. I think with better play in the early parts, we could have gotten to the trophy, but we didn't quite get there. Um, Thank you so much for joining me. This was a really fun draft. I love playing green red a lot, and we got so close to the trophy there. But anyway, thanks for dropping by. I really appreciate it, and take care.